Oh my gosh. Ow, wow. Let's just set the smoke alarm off. I hate this kitchen so much. Hi everyone. Look how bright that is out there. Major extension update in just a moment. But the other night I was absolutely craving an Indian takeaway and I didn't really want to go for the whole curry shebang, so I foraged through me random spice cupboard, and everyone's got that. Well, I hope it's not just me. I've got about 500 paprikas in there, cumin, coriander, cayenne pepper, all that sort of stuff, turmeric. I just chucked this thing together and I was like, that tastes like India in a burger, and I called it, when I made it, a chicken burger, but I guess it was more of a flatbread because I made the flatbread too, and I just want to show you it today because it was blooming stonking indeed. So we really should be making a marinade overnight, which is why I'm not showing you that yet. We'll do that right now. You might notice the door has actually gone, hence it being a bit more echoey in here, but if you think it's echoey in here, whoa, it's pretty crazy out there at the moment. And thank you for everyone that suggested doing a lapel mic, but I've always liked using the mic up there because it just feels like I can just pan around and stuff. Anyhow, this is roughly what I had I bodged together. I put a load of paprika in a pan, 100% remember that. I've got the turmeric, this is cayenne pepper, cumin and ground coriander. Looks quite colourful, doesn't it? What I did was a dry rub. I mixed these together and rubbed it into the chicken, but I thought I'd mix it up by doing sort of like a wet marinade. Come on. Woo! Just a little bit of oil because it's going to become more of a sort of paste by merging these together. Oh, look at that. I feel like we're doing some sort of abstract art. It's one consistent, really flavour-packed fluid. I'm going to turn off the heat because we're not frying it, we're not overcooking it. We just want to get it all mingled like this. And now, let it cool down. It's 8:30 in the morning. I should be having my cornflakes. I've got that curry scent going on in here. I just want to have a curry right now for breakfast. And you know what? Sometimes I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Not that I do it, but you have my permission. This is chicken thighs, which is my favourite of chicken. It's just like chunkier and just more meaty, and it just feels like a good piece of chicken. Now what I'm putting on here is about 400 mils of Greek yogurt. Push our spice mix straight from the pan. Now it looks like chocolate sauce. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you heard the tap running then. I just tried to wash that pan out just to keep it clean. I got myself drenched, I forgot how powerful that tap was. We're gonna add some garlic to it as well, so we got, oh my gosh. I hate this kitchen so much. I'm literally trying to like chop some garlic by a tumble dryer. Mince up the garlic, nice and easy. There we go, look at that. So it's from the Barry Lewis Rocker thing as well, which is part of the veggie prep kit. There will be more of these coming soon. Kickstarter folk obviously are getting priority, but just keep an eye out for when there's going to be more available. I'll let you know as soon as they are. I'm getting a lot of messages. But anyhow, still looks like ice cream. We'll just push that garlic in. Just about half of the juice in there of the lemon. So yeah, 1/2 of a lemon juice. And last but not least is some ginger puree. Now we had like this random tube in our fridge doing nothing, so I figured, well, let's just use it up, and it really added a punch. I don't tend to use it that much, but we used it for a stir fry. Is mingle this all together like one big happy family, and ideally, now this is where yours is going to be so much better than mine. You can personalize it with your own spices and flavorings, of course. But by leaving this, if you can marinate even longer overnight, it will massively help sort of make the chicken softer and tenderize it and really get that marinade working to its potential. Whereas for me, on this occasion, we're going to marinate it for like an hour. Yeah. I'm just basically putting it in the fridge. That's all I'm doing. See, I really feel that all that angles and shots and movement was worth it. Marinate it. You might remember there was a door here. Well, we've taken that out now, and you might be able to hear. This is the first time. Look at Boston. He's getting ahead of the game. First time I've filmed out here, so it could be echoey. I can hear it a little bit already. But this door is gone because this will eventually be gone as well. That will be my office. But here is a little bit of an update, and look how bright it is. I might need to adjust it. No, I won't adjust the camera. It should adjust itself. But here we go. Look, that's the kitchen. Unfortunately, the worktop arrived at 5 o'clock last night, and it was just like, we're not putting it in. But that's where the hob's going to go. I've got the same hob as last time. The ovens are ready to go in here. Because the worktop arrived so late, the sink would be in, but we're still temporarily plumbing back into here so we can film today's video. But the main thing is finally the doors and the windows and the lantern arrived, which is going to flood this room with some amazing natural light. It's so light in here compared to in that room. Got the lights on in there. This is just a natural light right now, and it's a very dim, murky day. There's tools everywhere because as soon as we finish filming, I'm going to carry on helping the builders. We've got so much more to do. And to be honest, I'm filming in here right now and the echo isn't actually as bad as I thought it would be. It's not too bad. But we are, obviously, when you add sofas, it absorbs sound and things, but we're happy, aren't we, guys? We're on the home straight. Yes. We will have some serious fun here. Loads more videos to come. I might even push to how many videos I do per week or on different platforms too, live streams too. We're getting there, and that's it. I'm very tired. And I know some of you have been like, oh, Barry, honestly, you don't have to put videos up, we'll wait for you. But I really wanted to sort of document this whole process in a casual way whilst doing the videos. And also doing videos is actually my release. It's my fun. It's what I love doing. So hopefully you've enjoyed this journey so far. Okay, so another pan, slightly deeper this time, just because I don't want my onions to go everywhere. And knowing me, they will. We're doing the red onion relish. My favourite spot on the hob, bottom left, seems to always be the way. Well, about a tablespoon of butter. So rather than oil, you can use oil if you want, of course, but butter's just a little bit more naughty, isn't it? Shh, don't tell anyone. Whatever we do, let's not put this video on the internet. This is that weird hack that I saw where you can actually push the ingredients through the hole. Is that going to work? Well, it is if I put it over the pan. It just end up on the floor. It's sort of working. And I love how you say the word onions, when it's actually an onion, and then you slice it, and then it suddenly becomes onions. Or am I just saying that wrong? I don't know. So we'll just mix this around. It's going to just really fry them up nicely, just for like a couple of minutes. Look at that. That smells so good and nutty. Oh, and wow, the camera, did it just look like we're in heaven for a moment? You're not. You're in my kitchen. Welcome. We are going to add a little bit of sweet and sour to contrast this, and it's where you can absolutely tweak it to your liking. So we've got some sugar and we've got some vinegar, okay? So if you find it too sweet, add a bit more vinegar. Too tangy, add some sugar, but just do equal amounts at first. Simmer it down. Oh, it smells like I'm at a hot dog stand. So we'll add in the sugar and vinegar. I'm just going to use red wine vinegar because that's what I've got, but if you've got white wine vinegar, use that either. You see that? How it's sort of caramelized? That is what we want. We want that to help work and coat the onions as it simmers down. We're going to reduce it. It's going to be really nice and glossy. Now the only downside is you've got to really keep your eye on these onions for the next 15 minutes or so. That's why we're having raw onions. You can just literally move on to the next step, but it will soften up, and you do need to keep it moving. Otherwise the sugar will burn your pan and you all of you will get in trouble with Mrs. Barry. Yep, that's right. But that is flavour packed in there, and you kind of want those nice charred ends. So that's what I'm doing, and I'll see you in a bit. And there we go. 15 minutes later, the charred edges, glorious. Now, as crazy as it sounds, with it being warm, it'll taste good, but as it cools down, it will become more of that relishy jam thing because the sugar will just kind of relax. That's what we're doing. Oh, there we go. So for the time being, we're just putting it in a little dish to cool down to one side. Okie dokie then, folks. The next step is to preheat the oven. We are going to start to get the chicken going. It's going to be nice and hot, and then we're going to hopefully, I've never used the grill. Has this even got a grill? I'm going to try and grill the last bit to get some sort of like nice finish on it. The other thing we're going to do whilst that's baking away is make our own flatbreads from scratch. You've seen me do this before. As a backup, because I'm going to make so many of these, because the kids and the family are going to want some, I've got these flatbreads here, but we're going to do a 2-ingredient flatbread, which you guys love. I have to go down on my knees again. It's so annoying that we've got like a lovely kitchen just through there, and it's just like, we're so close. Enjoy it, embrace it. It's a high production value here. It's a one-man team right now. We've got some self-raising flour here. You can use plain flour if you want, it's absolutely fine. And also some more Greek yogurt. Now you don't have to use Greek yogurt either. You could use plain yogurt or a flavored yogurt if you want. It's just that the Greek yogurt is a lot more milder than a natural yogurt where it'd be a bit more tangy, a bit more tart. But you could always use other ingredients to counter that. It's supposed to sort of do equal parts, like 200 grams of the yogurt, 200 grams of the flour. But I'm gonna just add the yogurt a little bit at a time, because it does become quite a wet dough, which is good dough, because that's actually nearly there now already. So just a little bit more. But that's what we want, like that. And now we can roll it out and make our flatbread. Super simple. So we, oh my gosh. Get it down on the board. And you want to get it nice and flat. So keep the rolling pin dusted in some more self-raising flour and slowly work it out like that. I've probably got enough for 2 flatbreads here. So we'll just concentrate on that bit. I'll put that bit back. So, you know, you can start to get some shape to it again. Play around with it. Just rolled it out nice and thin, taking off any fairly rough edges, but there's quite a nice rusticness to it if you leave it like that. All we need to do is pan fry that dry, and that'll be done. Nice. So we'll come back to our flatbread in just a moment because the priority now is getting that chicken cooked. And we're gonna lift out a chicken thigh like this, and you can see how the fridge has helped make it cling to it a little bit. You don't want it to be too wet, so if you've got any excess, do shake it off, but this is holding quite well. Ah, no. Come on, get that in there. Okay, and shove this straight into the oven. We're gonna bake this away, and then we'll finish it with a grill. Nice and hot oven. That was a bit weird. I was just about to start moving on to the flatbread, and then there was a knock at the door, and it was a delivery guy. I couldn't open the door because it was locked, and I poked my head through the window. He said, "Oh, it's all right, mate. I'll leave it on the chair anyway. We've got to do that with social distancing. By the way, love your videos." So I don't know who you are, but if you're watching, hi, mate. Say hello next time. Maybe we'll get you on camera. It's very surreal. Bottom left hob, there it is. And that is a massive flatbread. I'm trying to squish it together a little bit, but there's no oil in there. We're literally dry frying it, and then we're gonna flip it the other side. Now, even if this isn't perfect, we'll use one of the other ones, but this is gonna make it nice and fresh. So by all means, do this route. All right, so the self-raising flour, you've got a big little bubble there, don't worry about that, but it has puffed up, it's doing its thing. Remember, we're dry frying it, getting a little bit of color there. Push it as long as you can, but try not to burn it. Scorching it is fine, but you just don't want it, yeah, completely cold. Oh yes, check that out. So we'll just push it down the other side. Repeat the other side. It might not take as long the other side, all right? It's actually dawned on me that when I do it rough, when I'm not filming like this, I don't care what it looks like, but for presentation, for my thumbnail, I might use one of those other flatbreads. I don't know yet. It smells great. Now, believe it or not, a little bit like when you make a Swiss roll, some of you guys know what I mean, when it's warm like this, it's the best. I'm gonna turn the hob off. Yes, I am. Sorry, bottom left hob ring. You're over now. When something's warm, it's easier to maneuver it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get a glass, okay? And this is quite good because it's got sort of flat edges there to stop it rocking. And what I'll do is I'll just let it rest there. I tend to just sort of roll it back and forth on there just to give it a little bit of initial curve so that when you try and do it when it's cold, it will kind of like snap. So you don't have to do this, but it does help to do it whilst it's warm. Or the other thing you can do is get a rolling pin as it cools down and just sort of rock it back and sort of develop that curvature around it. You don't have to do this, but I quite enjoy doing it. Gives it that nice shape. The one other thing I'm going to use is a little bit of leftover Greek yogurt as a sauce, and I'm going to julienne a cucumber. Why am I going to julienne a cucumber? Because I'm Barry Lewis and that's what I want to do. It's optional. Boom! Oh my gosh, look at the colour in there. There's probably going to be a little bit of oil. Yes, there is a little bit because that's in there. Oh my, it's so steamy. Yes, it is a little bit of the oil coming up, but that's absolutely fine. That's what we want. That's baked away at a good high heat for just over 15 minutes. So what I'm going to try and do, I'm going to put this back in, and that was the key word here, try. We are going to switch to grill on high. I don't know. We're just going to grill it on high. If I had my other ovens, it would be brilliant. They're in the garage. They're going to be in next week. But this will hopefully do. So I've got my Barry Lewis julienne peeler. I don't even know why I'm doing this. I don't even like cucumber that much, but it's going to add some colour, a little bit of freshness, a little bit of delicate crunch. Matchsticks of cucumber. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess we're grilling. Oh, we can make it medium. We can make it medium. All I want to do is get a nice blistered top. I don't want to fully blister like the sun. But look, ow, wow, ow, that's hot. It is worth it, can you see? It's like crazy in there. We're getting some serious colour on it. That is what we want, that scorch that you can't get by oven baking. Oh. And yes, that is the sound of my extractor fan because I just set the smoke alarm off. All right, off goes the smoke alarm. Ow. Hopefully you can see that was well worth it. Once it was grilling, as some of these juices were coming out more, so I just put a bit more on, and that really ramped it up. We've got that nice smoky flavour on there now. That is going to be stonking. Oh my gosh, it is so smoky in this kitchen. I'm really tempted to go out there But I think we've got to stay true to our roots whilst we're still in here. Let's build it. Okay, so there's our flatbread already with the curve, just waiting to be supported. So hopefully we can make this look good. So I'm going to start with a little bit of Greek yogurt just on the bottom. You can season it if you want. Add some herbs in there, maybe some lemon juice and zest. I just feel like there's quite a lot going on already, you know. Lovely plump piece of chicken to go in. Oh, come on, in you go. Look at that. Some of these caramelised onions. Oh my gosh, this looks great. A few strips of the cucumber. And let's not forget, we've got it in our very own charred fresh flatbread. That, my friends, is looking blooming gorgeous. Let's munch. This has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to take a photo of, and it's so simple. I've had to put a different lens on, and obviously the longer it takes me to do this, it does sort of wilt all the rest of the herbs and things, and that's what's happened to our homemade flatbread, really. It does fold up really well as a nice pizza crust as well. You've seen me do that in the past. But you can see it's all kind of fused together like that. It will still taste amazing, but obviously by doing a new one like that, it just makes it look a little bit nicer for a photo. That is just breathtaking. That is absolutely out of this world. Yeah, you can obviously tell I like it. All right, Boston? I was going to say it tastes like heaven, but that's almost like how it looks like there with the light back there. Absolutely stonking. You have got to try that. I mean, you don't need to put it in a flatbread. You can just have it with some rice or just the chicken on its own on a skewer. Would be phenomenal. Barbecue that. Look, you've got the lovely grilled chicken, our toasted flatbread, the Greek yogurt, the caramelised, sweetened and tangy onions, even the cucumber and the fresh coriander on there, all packing colour, flavour and just stonk in a bite. So as always, if you tried this recipe or any other videos here on the channel or on the website, if you're not there already, do head over there for the full method and ingredients, send a photo, don't forget to subscribe for other videos, and let's see what my family think later. Bye!
Check your level, player. No matter what your style, the kitchen's for me. Someone's moustache, goatee, maybe all three.
Look at their noses. No, in your bed. Stay. There you go. Go for it. Right. Now say stonking.